In 2014, 2 students went missing in Montana. Only one was found walking alone. August 2014, 2 university students disappeared during a weekend camping trip in the Bitterroot Mountains of Montana. Their car was found 3 days later, unlocked, keys still inside, both backpacks untouched in the trunk, but one phone was recovered nearly half a mile from the campsite. Face down in wet soil, still recording, authorities never released the full audio. The last clear sentence on the file was not a scream. It was a whisper. Don't answer if you hear me. When search teams found Hannah Price, she was walking barefoot along a logging road at sunrise. Alone, her clothes were torn, her feet were bleeding. She kept repeating the same sentence to paramedics. It wasn't him calling. Her friend, Megan Holt, was never found. Hannah later agreed to speak to investigators. Parts of her statement were documented. What follows is based on those records. They had chosen the area because it was remote, a quiet lake far from popular trails. They wanted isolation before classes resumed. The drive had been long. Cell service disappeared an hour before they arrived. The gravel road narrowed until branches scraped both sides of them. Megan joked at first, but even she grew quiet near the end. The lake itself looked still, too still. No ripples despite a steady breeze. They set up their tent close to the shoreline. That night, the forest felt wrong. No insects. No owls. No movement. Around midnight, Hannah woke to the sound of footsteps circling the tent. Not quick, not cautious. Measured, 1 step. Pause. Another step. Megan grabbed her wrist in the dark. Neither of them spoke. The steps stopped directly outside the tent. Then came breathing. Slow. Deep. Close enough that the nylon wall shifted slightly with each exhale. Hannah said she almost convinced herself it was an animal until it spoke. It said her name. Softly, not Megan's voice. Not quite human either. It sounded rehearsed. Careful, as if someone had practiced saying it correctly. They stayed frozen until dawn. When light finally filtered through the trees, they packed without talking. No breakfast. No photos. Just leave. Megan unzipped the tent first. She stepped out and immediately staggered backward. Hannah followed and saw a man standing between the trees. He was tall, barefoot. His clothes hung loose and dirty. His face was expressionless. He did not rush them. He simply watched. Then he walked forward. Megan tried to run, but he caught her before she made it 5 steps. Hannah described it as effortless. Like he had done it many times. He struck Megan once, hard. She collapsed. Hannah tried to scream, but something hit her from behind. She remembered falling. Darkness. When she regained consciousness, she was alone. No tent. No Megan. Her hands were tied behind her back with what felt like electrical cord. Her ankles bound tight. She was lying near a small wooden structure deeper in the woods. A shed, old, leaning slightly to one side. The door was shut. She could hear movement inside, and something else. A soft tapping, rhythmic metal against wood. Hours passed. The door finally opened. The man stepped out carrying something heavy over his shoulder. Hannah could not see clearly from her position, but she recognized Megan's bracelet dangling from limp fingers. He carried her inside the trees and returned alone. Then he noticed Hannah awake. He walked over calmly, checked the bindings, tightened them. Still no anger on his face, only focus. He went back inside the shed. That was when Hannah heard Megan's voice from inside, calling her name. Clear. Controlled. Hannah, it's okay. Hannah knew Megan was unconscious when she had last seen her. The voice repeated her name. Same tone, same cadence, but something was missing. Emotion. Hannah did not answer. Instead, she forced her wrists against the cord, scraping skin until it burned. It took nearly an hour, but the cord loosened slightly against a sharp stone beneath her when the door opened again. The man walked past her without looking down. He moved toward the tree line, and from inside the shed, Megan's voice called out again. Only this time it said something different. Help me. Double quotes. It sounded farther away than before. As if it were no longer coming from the building. Hannah slipped one hand free. She did not look inside the shed. She ran. Branches tore at her arms. Rocks cut her feet. She did not stop. Behind her, she heard movement. 2 sets of movement. One heavy, one light, and then she heard her own voice calling from somewhere to her left. Perfectly matched. Hannah, Wait, she did not turn. She ran until the trees thinned and a dirt road appeared through the morning fog. That is where search teams found her hours later. 3 days later, officers discovered Megan's phone half buried in mud near the original campsite. It had been recording for nearly 9 hours. Most of the audio was wind and static, but near the end, there were footsteps, then Megan's voice, calm, repeating Hannah's name. The timestamp showed Megan had stopped moving 2 hours earlier, according to GPS data. Yet the voice continued for another 17 minutes. Authorities ruled it a homicide investigation. Though no body was ever located, the shed Hannah described was never found. Search dogs tracked descent into dense forest, then stopped abruptly in a small clearing. Nothing there. No footprints. No blood. No structure. Just trees. Hannah refused to return to Montana. She maintains that Megan never escaped the woods. But sometimes, late at night, Hannah still receives unknown calls. No number. No caller ID. When she answers, there is only breathing and once, very softly, her own voice saying,